Bienvenidos a esta nueva serie de entrevistas titulada
Hello, and welcome to this new series entitled A Few Moments With. In February of this year, the new General Director of the Legionaries of Christ and the Regnum Christi movement was elected. 4 months have now gone by, and we are going to spend a few moments with Father Eduardo Robles Gil. We start by asking Father whether being General Director is what he imagined.
Well, I would begin by comparing this current position with my previous one as Territorial Director in Mexico. There you spent a lot of time with people going around visiting. A big difference here is that I've spent a lot of times in meetings. We've had a lot of meetings.
¿Y de qué se trataban estas juntas de la
And what was the main focus of these meetings, Father?
Bueno, hay una parte importante que
One important aspect is the actual organization of the General Directorate, although we've programmed the bulk of this for the summer.
reuniones previas hemos tenido muchas reuniones para coordinar el trabajo de todo el movimiento, sea con
We've also had meetings to coordinate the Regnum Christi movement as a whole with the consecrated members, for example. And then something that has taken up an awful lot of time have been the appointments, the appointments of legionaries, and these meetings have taken a lot of time.
ha llevado mucho tiempo. Esas reuniones han llevado mucho tiempo.
In one of your recent trips to Mexico, you mentioned that the Congregation for the Institutes of Consecrated Life was going to offer the Legion some kind of special assistance. What do you mean by this? And if I may, do we have any news on the approval of the constitutions?
Sí, al inicio no teníamos una idea para nada clara.
At the very beginning, we didn't have a very clear idea about this. When Archbishop Rodriguez came to confirm the results of the elections in the General Chapter and to name 2 councillors, he told us that there was going to be a kind of special assistance, but we didn't know what was meant by that. Then we had a meeting with Cardinal Brass and Archbishop Rodriguez, and there they told us that soon they would be able to tell us what form this special assistance would take.
Decir que ya nos dirían en pocas semanas cómo sería este especial acompañamiento. Hoy sabemos que será
Today we know we will have an assistant. We asked if this assistant would be involved in government, but we were told that no, that our government was autonomous.
Pero, sin embargo, que sí habría una asistencia. Hoy sabemos que es un asistente. Todavía no sabemos quién es. El día 3 de julio tenemos una visita.
We do not know who this assistant is going to be yet. On the 3rd of July, the Cardinal and the Secretary will visit the General Council and the community, and possibly there they'll tell us a little more about this. And we hope that on that day, during that visit, on the 3rd of July, that they'll tell us about how the constitutions are coming along and if there's anything that we need to adapt or to change.
Have you been surprised by anything in these past 4 months?
Yo creo que si la Legión es un organismo vivo, es una congregación.
The Legion is a living organism. There are surprises when you see the closeness of people, when you hear of people and things going well.
Noticias de personas que están haciendo bien las cosas. Acabo de estar en Hungría y me presenté al cardenal.
I was in Hungary recently, and when I thanked the Cardinal for ordaining 2 legionaries to be deacons, he said, "Thank you for the good priests that are working here." And that's always a joy to hear.
También me ha dado gusto la cercanía de las personas de los dicasterios.
Generally speaking, then, the cardinals of the various departments here in the Vatican have been very kind, and you can see their appreciation for the Legion. There are lots of good things happening in the movement, and when you get news of these things, you're filled with joy.
What are the immediate tasks awaiting you now as General Director?
Bueno, son 2 niveles distintos.
Well, there are 2 levels to this. The first level is to know and to be close to people. I have visited 5 countries in the past 4 months, and in the coming months I will visit another 5. It's something I have to do as General Director. The International Union of Superiors General spoke recently about the canonical visits. In our constitutions, we do not see the General Director as obliged to carry out these canonical visits, but he is obliged to know how things are going on the ground, and his visits should be, if you will, fraternal. We leave the canonical visits to the territorial directors. Then the other level is that of the tasks, carrying out the tasks that the General Chapter handed us on. We have a lot to do here. We have to revise procedures, books, job descriptions. The work at this level in the upcoming months will be to get these tasks up to speed.
Actualizar y encaminar estos trabajos.
Finalmente, Padre,
Would you like to say something to the Legionaries of Christ and Regnum Christi members?
Yo les pediría que sigan rezando porque es algo que es importante.
I would ask them to continue praying because that's important. Then we could talk of their personal holiness and their efforts in the apostolate. We have to focus our apostolates on people.
Está el llevar adelante los apostolados que tienen, centrándose en
We have to help people meet Christ in our schools, in our Regnum Christi sections, in all we do.
Father Eduardo, thank you very much. And thank you for being with us as we spend a few moments with Father Eduardo Robles Gil.